Yo, back at it again. Another day of basically trading. It's a trading day again. And we're just going to be talking about, last time we talked about order blocks. And this time we're just going to talk about how to bring everything together from everything I've taught you so far. To pick a daily bias, from the daily bias to finding the trend in that, and then looking for the liquidity sweep, and then now looking for the order block, right? And how all this kind of works together, okay? So to make this more basically better for us, I'm going to do it from time frame to time frame. So let's go. We're going to do go on the right here, okay? So our time frame is going to be the day of, what's this? What do I want? I want to hear, okay? On the day of Wednesday, the 10th of December. Actually, let's go a little quicker, something a little closer. Jan 26th, nah. Let's go February 9th, guys. Yeah, let's go February 9th. Okay, cool. There you go. That's February 9th. Then we're going to go to the 4 hourly, okay? Once we've seen that, okay, we're bullish on the day, we're going to go down to the 4 hourly to see what's going on there. Okay, we come here, we see that we're bullish on the day as well, right? Because we've broken structure. If you guys remember how this works, is our structure is on an upward trend. We broke structure right here on the day to trend upwards. So on the 4 hours, we have a structure upwards. So that shows that we're bullish, okay? And now we're gonna go up, we're gonna go down to the 1 hourly just to see if that also is with our focus here. Okay, cool. Um, so we can see that if we're looking to trade, let's say at this time, right, that we're bullish. So if they're looking for a trade right here, okay, so now let's mark these two time zones out. Let's say that we are looking for a time in a trade in New York session. Okay, New York session starts, or actually, let's keep it Asian session here in the UK. Okay, Asian session starts right here, and then we're gonna have another one at the end of your London session. My bad. It usually goes to 2 to 6. What's these hours, man? 6 hours backwards. 8. Yeah, 8. Okay, cool. So that's usually London session right there. What you trade in. Okay, leg up, leg down. We don't actually see much because right now we gotta see that we broke structure on the 1 hourly, and then we broke structure again upwards, right? So this would not be a good trade according to your bias, right? If you're looking in for daily biases, because now you've broken structure, cool, and you've broken structure here as well, but it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna keep showing you how this trade would work, right? But we're not going to take the trade because it's not a smart trade to take, right? So we go down, we see that we do have an order block range right here, but I don't want to use the 1 hour order block range because the 1 hour order block range is like it doesn't make sense because it's just staying on one side, right? So we go to a 15-minute order block range. So I'm looking for the 15-minute order block. Should have found something a lot quicker and inside. Next example, we're gonna look for something more. Okay, now London session started here, okay? It drops down, that we see that. So we know where the highs are and we know where the lows are, right? So this is something else that we do. This is a little Forex strat for y'all, right? And this is as London sessions being formed, so you can always mark out Asian session as well. So this is a little session mark out for you guys, how you guys mark out sessions. So it starts at 12 even at night here, Asian session. I always like to mark out the previous session highs and the previous session lows, right? So what you do is you just go here, go to your rectangle, right? This is your session low. Really helps, guys. Trust. This is, and then basically that's your high. So you build into that. You don't need that, okay? But now you know where your stop loss needs to be set right away. You know where your stop loss is, right? And I'm gonna teach y'all better how to do that, how to really set the stop loss very effectively. Okay. So that's gonna be later on though. So right now we're here. So we're gonna look for order blocks. Okay, leg up, leg down before leg up, leg down before leg up. Okay, so we can call this an order block and we can call this an order block. So when we're looking, I would, man, honestly, it's smarter even to go down to the 5 minute to find an order block here. But just for the sake of argument, we're just gonna find the order because this is a trade. This is just to prove to you guys that this is not a trade you take, right? So. If it's a bearish trade, right there, okay. If you're taking a bearish trade off of this, that is your order block range, okay. Your order block range is right here, and as you can see, price did nothing but consolidate inside of it. Price never left the order block. It came in, tapped back into it, went high, and then it pushed down, right? Later on. So this was not a trade to take, and the way we found this out was when we saw on our hourly that the confluences weren't connected, right? So now we're going to go back and we're going to try to find another 4 hour range trade on the daily where price is moving according to what we want to see, right? Okay. Maybe we have a trade that day. So you guys can see there's a couple bearish days back to back to back, right? Right here. Right here. So let's pick a day. Uh let's call Jan 6th, or we can even come up a little quicker here. There was a really good trading day in between here that I even took a trade on. Feb 18th. I think it was Feb 18th. Feb 18th, guys. Here we are, okay? Now we go back to the 4 hour to make sure that our bias is with that. So we're bearish on the day, we're bearish on the 4 hourly, and now we have to find our time frame on the hourly to show that we're bearish, right? Go down here, okay? Let's mark out the session times, okay? London session starts at 8, right there. London session starts at 8. I do not like trading London session just because it's just not my thing. But I am starting to trade London session a lot more now. But guys, I miss New York session. It's just such an easier session to trade, man. Okay, then we go to the 15 minute now that we know that we're within our bias, right? Okay, cool. Stretch this bad boy out. Okay. Now let's see where we are, right? So London session starts here. We see that there's a downward trend. So we see that an order block formed right off the bat, right? So an order block forms, we take the hit on that right there. Session high, leg down to leg up, cool. Like, do you guys see how perfect the setup is, right? Go to Asian session, right? And take your marker, giving you guys a crazy forex strat for free right now. Always mark out the previous session, man. Just guys, do not try to think you're too smart for the game, okay? Right there. That's your session high right here. Then that's your session low right here. Okay? There you go. Okay? It's all there for you to see. Okay, we found our daily bias, we found the trend of going downwards. Now all we have to do is find a liquidity sweep. Boom, right there. You guys see that previous area liquidity takes it out. There's also a liquidity sweep right there. There's a liquidity sweep right here. You can find a liquidity sweep on the hourly according to where you are. Right there you go. You go to the hourly and you go ahead and you find your liquidity sweep for this. You can find a liquidity sweep basically anywhere. You just need to prove liquidity sweep there, liquidity sweep there, right? You found the liquidity sweep, right? Liquidity sweep there. We already marked all that out, right? Now all you need to do is find your entry on the 1 minute, and that is on the 5 minute or the 1 minute. You see the order block. You see price tapped into the order block. Uh, go down to the 15 minute where we were cooking before. Okay, cool. You go up, stretch it out. How simple is that, right? So we mark this out just to show us where the day is. But look at this. Price comes in outside the order block, never leaves the order block, never leaves the order block, leaves the order block, taps in, and then let's go. All you're waiting for is a break of structure downward. Price comes up, goes in, waiting for a break of structure downwards. You're in this baby. And look at that. Look at the amount of money you're going to make off that trade. This would be where your entry is, right? At 181 and your exits at 178. Y'all are cooking, man. Like this is money making money right now, okay? And yeah, that's about it for today about on our trades, right? I really just wanted to get this through to you guys that we're in it to win it, right? It's going to take some time, but we've built up the bases and you guys need to go find this on your own cuz like you have to put hours down on the chart for this to make sense to you, okay? And I will speak to y'all tomorrow. It's going to be a motivational day, and we'll get back to work at it after that. Peace out.